The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 6 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone. Tonight, we are seaside in Atlantic City to bring you the final table of the Borgata Poker Open. I'm Mike Sexton, along with Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
And, Mike, it is always fun to be at Borgata. I mean, this is where the amateurs and the pros from around the world take a shot at a title. I mean, we're by the seashore of Atlantic City. It is beautiful, and all these people want to walk away with boatloads of money.
Well, last season, young pro Vivek Rajkumar cruised through a field of 516 players on his way to becoming the Borgata Poker Open champion. This season, a record-setting 1,018 players took their shot at fame and fortune. We are now down to these final 6 players who have their dreams set on sailing away with that WPT title.
And this should be exciting tonight because all of these players are making their first appearance in the pressure cooker of a WPT final table.
That's right, Vance. We've got a tournament rounder from Chicago, 2 tough cash game players out of Canada, and 2 amateurs who are taking time off from their day jobs to prove that they have what it takes to make it out here in the green felt.
Yes, but first they're going to have to get through the man with the most chips, online pro Olivier Bousquet. Now, he's regarded as a heads-up specialist. He usually only plays against a single opponent, but tonight he's close to being crowned the champion of the largest field ever for a WPT tournament.
Well, with tons of cash and a WPT title on the line, who's going to walk out of here as the next WPT champion?
Well, Mike, there's only one way to find out. Let's go watch him gamble!
So here we go, the final table of the Borgata Poker Open about to get underway. We started 5 days ago with a WPT record-setting field of 1,018 players. We are now down to these 6.
All right, the antes will start at 10,000, blinds 60 and 120,000. Winner going to take home close to $1 million. The cards are flying. Action on Keith Crowder, the real estate investor out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
We've got 4 guys in their 20s at this final table, all 6 making their first WPT final table appearance.
Well, Keith quickly folding. The accountant, Jeremy Brown, also folding. Chip leader, Olivier Bousquet, out as well.
Now we're around to the complete short stack. Can he win? He lays down as well, so it's a battle of the blinds here. Action's on Ivan Mamuzik. He's the youngest player at the table, a student out of Canada.
300.
And he's got a king 3, and he's going to move it up to 300,000 to go.
Call.
And Yannick Broder taking no time there. He quickly calls with a pair of 3s. We got a pot.
Flop comes ace-7-6 with 2 hearts.
Helps neither player. Ivan Mamuzik raised before the flop. Will he make the continuation bet?
That looks like he's doing it.
400.
400,000.
Wow, boldly played there by Ivan Mamuzik. And it's going to work. So Ivan Mamuzik.
Oh, it's bad luck doing the first one.
Sings the first tune here tonight. Well done. You know, he's a cash game player. Came up here to play cash games. Didn't want to play the tournament. And entered late. And he checks out every night. He says, I'm leaving. I'm not going to do that well. So I've checked out in the morning. But then he's continued. He's made the final table.
Yeah, every day goes farther. He can afford to pay that hotel bill.
All right. Quick action. Jeremy Brown, quick fold. The chip leader, Olivier, now with a 8-7. Nothing fancy. He goes out.
Now around to the short stack again. And I mean short stack, folks.
Here we go.
Second hand in the tournament?
You really want to bust that fast?
He's got a little over 500,000.
All right, it's 9 of luck with you guys, and I'm short stack. I'm all in.
Look at this. He's going to push it in there.
Well, he's happy-go-lucky. He's shipping them in here.
Ivan goes out.
I don't blame him, Vince.
But here's the trouble now.
How much is it?
The small blonde Yannick Broder with ace-6 of spades.
Yannick's got about 5.4 million in chips. Can easily afford to make this call.
Have a good end?
I have a very good hand, man. Keep Silverton around for a little bit. Fold the hand one time.
Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you?
You gonna show?
Yeah, I show you. Yeah.
Very likable guy. Very personable.
All right, fold.
Whoa.
And I'm surprised that the poker pro Yannick Broder goes out there with an ace-6 suited. You have to know that the short stack is going to move in with any 2 cards.
How much more is it?
But the real estate guy, Keith Crowder, though, is going to make him sweat.
I have a good hand.
He's got just a queen deuce of spades.
How good is your hand, Twine?
It can hurt you, Keith. I have a good hand.
Oh, he's such a liar. You gotta love this guy with the big smile, the short stack, pushing it around like that.
Well, Keith is actually in 5th chip position himself, so he doesn't have that many chips where he can afford to give away $500,000 of them.
Kenny Wynn would love to take this right now. Bluffing his way on this hand, and it's gonna work.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, Kenny says thank you, and why not?
I saw it.
So he shows him a 9-7 of clubs.
Kenny Wynn, the short stack, hanging in there by dental floss. Gonna take down that pot.
Wow, man.
That is unbelievable.
I knew I should have took you out.
They're bluffing at Borgata, and it's working. Stay with us here on the World Poker Tour.
When you short stack, not much you can do. You try to pick a good hand, and you just go with it. You make 5 or 6 people left. You know that the field's over 1,000 players. From this point on, no matter what, I'm still happy. It's a nice score.
Kenny Super Twan win.
Welcome back to the Borgata Poker Open in Atlantic City.
Yeah, the battle at Borgata is already in full swing. Let's go check the chip count and get back to the game.
Well, we'll start out with Kenny Wynn. He is on the short stack right there, even though he just picked up a set of blinds and antes.
Good fold, Keith. Good fold for Super Twan.
Says he's always a happy guy, Vince. I mean, he is a fun guy.
No more gifts for you.
Kind of like having him at the table.
Well, the happy-go-lucky here tonight so far. Well, let's go down to the felt. Olivier Bousquet. Look at this hand. He's picked up a pair of kings.
Well, he's really the happy one because he's the big chip leader at this table, and now has picked up a big hand. Yeah. 2 kings.
Makes it 300,000 to go, but there's trouble because Kenny Wynn behind him with a pair of 8s.
Well, Vince, when you're on the short stack and you pick up a pair like this, you almost have to go with it.
Wow. Super Twan is all in again, guys.
Well, here we go. He's all in again, he says.
Oh, boy. He's going to move it in. Ivan Mamusic going out, as well as Yannick. Keith Crowder, the real estate man, says no.
Well, Jeremy Brown out as well.
Oh.
And, of course, Olivier making the call.
Super Twan running into a brick wall this time.
Good-natured.
Gotta love his attitude, Vince. I'll say that.
Why I have to pick up 2-8 here?
What an opportunity for the heads-up specialist, the chip leader, Olivier Bousquet.
8.
Kings up against 8s.
Well, here we go. Flop is ace, jack, deuce. No help for Kenny. Knows he's going to have to catch an 8 to win this pot to stay alive. Looking for a snowman. Doesn't happen on the turn as a 10 comes up.
Yep.
Well, he's going to have an 8 ball in the corner pocket, or this is going to be game over for Kenny Wynn right here.
Yep, he needs a miracle. 1 card to come. Can Kenny get lucky?
8 on the river. Oh!
Nope, it's a 7. So that's going to do it for Super Twan. Kenny Wynn got in this tournament by winning a $350 satellite. Cashed out pretty good, Vince.
$156,000 for Kenny, the Super Twan. You know, just getting attached to this guy. You know, just a great attitude.
Well, detach yourself, Vince. He's gone.
All right, we are down to 5 players just like that.
What you're looking at now is a chart that shows the percentage of chips that each player has. Obviously, with 5 players left, if you have 20% of the chips, you have an average chip stack. Olivier Bousquet, our chip leader, has nearly twice that size.
All right, we're down to 5-handed poker. Action going to Jeremy Brown. Jeremy with an ace-8.
Now, Jeremy graduated from Penn State in accounting. He started playing poker in college.
And he's just going to call. Now the heads-up specialist, the chip leader, Olivier Bousquet, now with a king-7, contemplating what to do.
Well, he knows he's got chips. He's got power.
400.
Well, Olivier's made it 400,000.
There you saw Jeremy taking a little drink right there, trying to relax himself here at this final table.
And a few quick folds. Around to Keith Crowder. The oldest player at the table, 39 years old, and he is also going to fold.
Back around to Jeremy. He's going to call him with the ace-8.
So it's down to the 2 New Yorkers, the 2 chip leaders in this pot alone. So here's the flop.
Now flop comes king, queen, 5 with 2 clubs.
Olivier gets lucky, hits the pair of kings.
Well, he flop top pair, and Jeremy quickly checks.
Nothing hitting there for him. Olivier Bousquet also going to check.
Olivier is a pro. He's won over $2 million playing online. Heads up, sit and goes.
Wow. And now he's hit his 2 pair, kings and sevens.
Because he checked on the flop, perhaps Jeremy will take a stab at this pot. Most players would, but he's not. Wisely checking here.
Yeah, that is a wise check.
525.
And he's got to bet the 2 pair now. Come out of the woods, 525,000.
No card Jeremy can catch to win this pot, so anything he puts in the pot right now, just say adios to.
No tricks for Jeremy. He's going to fold his hand.
Olivier Bousquet, very successful online poker pro, plays about 1,000 heads-up sit-and-goes a month. Those are heads-up tournaments. Does very well.
I'll take a Bud Heavy.
A very bright guy. Graduated from Cornell as a philosophy major. Now just plays poker.
Okay, quick fold by Olivier Bousquet. Now music also going out. And now it is around to the poker professional out of Montreal, Yannick Broder.
Raise.
27 years old. He's got just a 4 deuce this time.
And he's going to raise it. A position raise, as we say. Raising on the button here. Hope the blinds throw their hand away where he can steal the pot. But
Keith Crowder, who always looks like he's about to play the hand, but then folds again.
and Jeremy has the ace-3 of diamonds. Again, he's going to call the raise.
Flop comes up.
Oh, what a dream flop for Jeremy. It's come ace-7-4 with 2 diamonds. He's got top pair and the nut flush draw. Quickly checks.
And he's going to get Yannick to bet just his measly pair of 4s. Looks like 350,000.
Well, he did flop bottom pair. His opponent did check. He made a continuation bet, but got called. Probably not liking it. Now a 9 comes off.
Jeremy again going to check. Throwing the rope. And Yannick. There's his girlfriend Claudia in the audience, sweating her man. Yannick is going to bet 625,000 this time.
Well, he's just hoping that perhaps Jeremy has middle pair and would throw it away with a bet, or just has a flush draw and would throw it away. But unfortunately for Yannick, Jeremy has made the call here.
Going to the river, another 9 pairs. The 9s.
Well, he's checked. And I'll tell you one thing, if Yannick fires a big bet here, it's going to be a tough call to make with an ace-3. But he does, and he checks. Just hopes his opponent's got just a flush draw without the ace, but no. Jeremy's going to take down this pot with aces up.
Nicely done. Didn't have to hit the flush. His friends very joyous in the front row. And Jeremy getting another beer.
Well, why not? Let's celebrate a little bit here.
100 bottles of beer on the wall here in Atlantic City. We are having fun. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Making a WPT final table is definitely a goal that I've always had, and I think that any player that plays tournament poker wants to do. So I'm really excited that I'm here. But ultimately, my main goal, especially now that I have a lot of chips, is to win the tournament.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. 5 players remain here at the Borgata Poker Open.
There you see our chip leader, Olivier Bousquet. Poker pro out of New York, has nearly 40% of the chips.
Winner going to take home close to $1 million here tonight in Atlantic City. Let's go to the table. Yannick Broder, first to act. Poker pro out of Montreal, Quebec. And he quickly folds his hand. And now the real estate man, Keith Crowder, who's been playing very selectively this evening so far, has a king-jack.
Yeah, he's picked up Kojak here, as we say.
$280.
Makes it 280,000 to go. Jeremy Brown going out.
And around to the chip leader.
What'd you start the hand with, Keith? 2-7?
Yeah,
Still around
2-7. Yep.
He's in the small blind with just a 9-6 of hearts.
Well, the kind of hand you like to see flops with, but will you call the raise from a guy who's played pretty tight?
Yep, very tight.
I raise.
But Olivier's not only going to call, he says raise.
Wow.
Look at this.
Unbelievable. The chip leader coming right over the top.